This podcast is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This podcast is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. So I hope you like that song. Hey guys, this is the I Can Speak To podcast where everyone can speak. We just speak in different ways. I'm your host, Portia B. So the I Can Speak To podcast is formulated from my own opinions and do not represent the opinions or ideas of anyone else. And dang it, there goes that listener discretion is advised thing again in my head. But anyway, guys, so this week we're going to be talking about healthier food choices. So the name of this episode is Go Bananas for Healthy Foods. And I actually have some different little music shakers here. I have an orange. I've got a lemon. I've got an apple. And I've got an egg. Eggs are obviously usually white. But this is what came in the fruit pack. And then I have a banana. And I actually wrote you guys a song. Well, Gwen Stefani wrote you guys a song, but I'm going to steal it. So, okay. So, like I said, this episode is called Go Bananas for Healthy Foods. So, we're going to be talking about teaching you to build language and instill healthier food choices. So, before we start, I'm going to tell you guys about some of my favorite foods that are considered, I guess, unhealthy, and then some foods that I really like that are healthy. So pizza, for one, is an unhealthy food, I guess, and I really love pizza. It's probably my favorite food of all time. And my favorite toppings are, I like banana peppers. That's how you say it, right? Yeah, banana peppers. And I like spinach on pizza. And I just like a lot of cheese and a lot of sauce. Shout out to Papa John's. And I like Mellow Yellow, the soda, sweet tea, and my all-time favorite candy, Peeps. I love yellow Peeps. And they're only around on Easter, but I will hunt and find them. Like the dollar store, they'll bring the price down. I found some in another store, and I will just buy them in bulk, and it's not really good because they have a ton of sugar, but I love eating them, like, a lot. So my favorite healthy foods are grilled chicken, apples, I really like eggs with cheese, asparagus, spinach, because I like to put them in my smoothies, and omelets for breakfast in the morning, and sushi. I guess, I don't know, I saw that sushi was a healthy food. I don't really think it's bad, so I put sushi on the list because I love sushi as well. Okay, so some topic points. We're going to go right into it. I'm going to start talking about some brain foods. So what are some examples of some healthy foods for children? So I wanted to talk about eggs. They help kids concentrate. Apparently, you can Google that and just make sure I'm accurate in giving you that information. But eggs are really good for children. They help them concentrate. And I don't know, I've seen a lot of people give their children boiled eggs and then cutting them up. So I think that's a good way to give them that protein as well and help them concentrate to what you're saying to them. Greens, spinach, kale. This helps concentration, but it also helps brain cells grow, which is really super duper 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 important for children when they are younger. So when I think of spinach or kale, I think of smoothies, because obviously when kids are younger, they're like, vegetables, yuck, I don't like vegetables, mommy, I don't want them. So you can put them in smoothies, or you can make a lasagna that y'all have for dinner and make a veggie lasagna and put spinach in it. Or you could do like me and put spinach in omelets or eggs and scramble it that way. And then apples. And I think the one I don't really like, I don't really know Spanish. I like Spanish, I just don't really know that much. And I think the Spanish word for apple is manzana. Am I right? I don't know. Somebody's gonna have to tell me if I'm not. But manzana. So apples, they have lots of vitamins, minerals, and I also wanted to talk about how to do apples. Obviously, you can cut up apples and give them to your children. And I would, when you have children who are younger, I would suggest cutting up into very small pieces for them, obviously. But again, I put apples in my smoothies too. So those are just some different ways to eat apples. I wanted to talk about sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are super duper really good foods. They have a lot of vitamins and minerals in them as well. And they have protein as well. Chicken breast, turkey, those are all really good things too. Because they have, like I said, oh, hold on, y'all, my ears itching. They have a good amount of protein for children, and it's not, I think that I like chicken because I'm not talking about fried chicken either. I'm talking about like grilled chicken and grilled turkey, or just turkey dogs, things of that nature is a really good way to provide protein for your children. So we talked about some brain foods. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was, how do I make trying new foods fun? And I have some different bullet points that I wanted to go over with you guys in the podcast to explain this in a better way. So I would introduce new foods that are close to color, texture, and taste. So if you already have a child that likes a certain food, try to find a food that is very similar to that in texture, color, and taste. I'm trying to think of an example right now. I should have already thought of one because I knew I was going to record today. Let's see. If you have a child that likes goldfish, maybe we can try whole grain Cheerios because they have a similar texture. That's the best I got for you right now. You have to work with what you have at home, but just make that a note in your mind to remember that if you want your child to try different foods, try to keep them close to color, texture, and taste. Second thing is take one step at a time. So create new tasks for children too. So when children are trying new food, sometimes they may automatically be like, nope, I don't want to do it. I actually know somebody that has a child that is very, very picky about the foods that they eat. And he only likes specific things. And, she tried the thing of doing the color, the texture, and the taste of similar foods, and that started working, and there was more progress. So what I mean by taking one step at a time, so if you have a child, you want them to try sweet potatoes or broccoli. One, have them lick the food. Then another day, have them actually take one bite. Next day, take 2 more bites. You get what I'm saying? So just make it a process. It might not automatically, you put broccoli in front of your child and they automatically want to eat it. For some, congratulations, that's wonderful. But for some other children, it may be harder for them to want that because obviously children, when they're growing up, even as an adult, I have issues with texture and the taste of things. So you have to take it one step at a time with children. So the next thing is make food fun. So, cutting a sandwich into designs, making faces. I always think about, when you're at IHOP. When I was a kid, I used to go to IHOP and they used to have, this is not really healthy, but they had the pancakes and they would make a face with the whipped cream and chocolate chips. Doing things like that at home to make the food fun for the child to eat. So you can make a face out of broccoli. I can make a face out of sweet potatoes, fruits, vegetables. There's different ways. You just have to be creative, and also check out Pinterest because I'm sure Pinterest will give you several ideas of how to make food crafty for kids. Fourth, try the foods with your child. So instead of just telling them to eat it, sometimes children are, well, why aren't you eating it? So try it together at a dinner setting together. Say, we're all gonna eat this broccoli. We're all gonna try it together, and try to be very encouraging. Say, this broccoli is really good. Talk about the broccoli, the color of the broccoli, why it's so yummy. Oh, I put this seasoning on it to make it taste good. Talk about those things and get the child engaged with the food so that they might be more interested in trying it. Don't make food a punishment or a demand. That's a big one, because children are, in my opinion, naturally rebellious, and when they're younger, they're learning their independence, they're claiming their ground. No is a big thing when they are younger. So don't make eating the food a demand. Use good tones with children. So if they don't want to try something, again, go back to the steps. Take a bite, lick the food. Don't make it to where, oh, you're not getting up from this table until you eat it. I'm not trying to call my mama out, but that's a lot of what I experienced when I was younger. This is what we made for dinner. If you don't want it, you ain't getting nothing else, so you better eat this. I don't think you should do that with children. I think that you should give them time, and again, use gentle tones with them when they're trying new foods. So again, don't make it a punishment. So how do you connect the language? Okay, so have them participate when you cook or prepare. So if you're gonna make a smoothie, look what mom's making, or look what dad's making. I'm gonna use bananas, I'm gonna use apples, and I'm gonna use oranges, and we're gonna cut them up. Well, first we have to peel the orange, and we're gonna peel the banana, and we're gonna cut the fruit up so we can make a healthy, delicious smoothie. So good. Do you want to taste it? Things like that. So talk to them throughout the process of what you're doing when you're making different foods for them. Also, show them again and name the foods that you're gonna be making with them, and talk about how the foods feel and what they taste like. So obviously this banana, not a banana, orange. We're gonna eat an orange. Okay, we're gonna peel this orange. What color is this orange? Actually, it's orange. Do you wanna taste it? I wonder what it tastes like. It's so juicy. It's kind of tangy too. What do you think? Things like that. Or let's take a bite out of this apple. Let's try this apple. Crunch, crunch, crunch. This apple is so good. It tastes delicious. What do you think about it? Did you take a bite of the apple? Did you try it? Things like that. So it makes it more fun. It might seem, tedious, but kids love that stuff. Like, kids love the interaction and the engagement. That's what makes it fun. I've even had that with some of my students before. They don't want to eat the lunch that their parents pack them, and we have to, what are you eating today? Oh my gosh, that banana looks so healthy and yummy. Look at it. Oh, let's try it. Can I have a piece? Can we try it together? Things like that. And they're more inclined to eat it or try it because you're encouraging them, you're talking about it, they're interested. So I think that's really important. Also, what I wanted to say was let them make choices at the store and at home. So talking about healthy versus healthy, pretty much. So if you're at the store and, you have your child in the buggy or in the cart and you're talking about, okay, we're going to get some fruits and vegetables to eat at home. Make the choice, give them a choice, but give them two healthy choices. So let's say, let's see if we want to should we get an apple or should we get bananas or should we get both? And let them choose. It makes them feel a part of something. So then we say, okay, you chose the apples, so let's try to make some apples for your snack tomorrow. Would you like some peanut butter with your apples? That'll be yummy. I'm so happy that you made this healthy choice for yourself. You're gonna love these apples. It's gonna be an awesome snack. So things like that, just letting them be a part of something. They really, really, really enjoy that. Kids love that. So I have some extra tips for good measure that I wanted to tell you guys about. So make eating time a routine together. I've seen, I've read some statistics about this, and I've seen a lot of times where family gathering times are not happening as much. People aren't eating dinner together. It's kind of just like you're eating dinner over here, I'm eating dinner over there. I'm in my high chair, and somebody else might be looking at TV on the couch, whatever it may be. Make that a choice to eat together, eat the same foods together, try different foods together. I think that family time is really important, and that's the time that you can engage and build that language with your child while you're talking about the different foods that you guys are eating at the table. Let children explore and make a mess. This is a big one, because obviously behavior-wise, if you have a child in a high chair and you gave them spaghetti, it's everywhere. And you're like, stop, don't do that. Clean up your mess. You're making too much mess. And it's all over their face, their body. Just make sure they don't have clothes on, pretty much, because you're going to have to bathe them afterwards. But it's all over their hands. But you have to understand that is how children learn. Let them explore and make the mess. They have to. That's how they understand different textures. That's how they understand how things feel, how they taste. That is their way of doing a sensory exploration on things, because children do that anyway, everywhere. So let them do that with their food. And I know it might be a mess, but it's worth it, because you're letting your child learn, honestly. And obviously we want our children to learn, and we want them to grow. So it's extremely important that you let them make the mess. I wish I could have made the messes. Okay. Oh, and also I wanted to say that lets them to experience the 5 senses too. Not just with their hands. They're seeing it, they're tasting it, they're hearing it. Spaghetti is squishy. So they're getting all that input when they're messing with their food. So just keep that in mind. So since we're talking about the healthy foods, I wanted to tell you guys about this person I follow on Instagram. She's really cool. I'm really surprised she doesn't have more followers than she does. And her Instagram handle is My Kid Eats Better Than Yours. And she makes these different plates for her children. And I'll show you some pictures of it. So she makes these different plates for her children. And from what I can see, like, she has blueberries, there's celery, she makes avocado. And obviously, as you can see, she makes it in a fun way. Like right here, the sandwiches are kind of made into like a little design or whatever. So it's pretty cool, a lot of the different things that she has in the photo. I'm just bringing it a little bit closer for you guys. So you can see that mangoes, blueberries, broccoli, all types of stuff. So then I have another photo. I'm just going to show you one more photo of the stuff that she makes. It's pretty awesome, honestly. And I think it's really cool that she makes the food fun for her child. And let me see what else she did on here. She made egg. Oh, yeah, she did the boiled egg. She did the oranges. There's noodles. And what else is on here? Turkey sausage. So it's pretty cool. And again, her Instagram name is My Kid Eats Better Than You Do. On this picture, she made an elephant out of the sandwiches that she made for the child. You can see it's a little elephant, which I think is so cute, because it's like, who does that? And it's probably, I know her son might be kind of like, whatever, I don't care about that.
Well, she said, that's what she said too.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, he didn't care, so I ate it.
Yeah, so, her son probably doesn't care about it, but she probably just does it because it's fun for her. But I think it's really awesome that she does things like that. So I just wanted to shout out her Instagram, My Kid Eats Better Than You Do. So before we go, obviously we have the quote of the day, which I know is y'all's favorite thing. Well, it's my favorite thing. So the quote of the day is, "A healthy outside starts from the inside," by Robert Urich. don't know who that is, but I saw that he was an actor on the show SWAT, if I'm not mistaken. But I really like that quote. A healthy outside starts from the inside. So we have to take care of our insides. We have to make sure our children are eating healthy foods, and also drink water, because that's extremely important. And I also have one more person to shout out on this podcast. I actually have this really dope sweatshirt. It says Terrell, Bethune, Cooper, Burroughs, and me. And if you don't know who these people are, they are prominent African American educators who just happen to be women from, back in the day. And actually, Cooper was the 4th African American woman to get her PhD. So that's really, really awesome. And I like that it says "and me" at the bottom, because I am an African American educator. So I really, really like this sweatshirt. And I actually got it off of Etsy from the Ultimate Sisterhood. And she followed me on Instagram and said some really nice things when I tagged her about this shirt. So shout out to the Ultimate Sisterhood. Thank you for creating this sweatshirt. I love it so much. And guys, this is the end of the episode. So we talked about all these different healthy foods. We talked about the examples of healthy foods. We talked about how to make trying new foods fun. We talked about not making food a punishment, how to connect the language. And remember, allow your child to make that mess at home. Let them play with their food, guys. And if you have any questions or you want to talk to me or interact with me, you can always follow me on Instagram at the I Can Speak To podcast, or you can email me at icanspeak2185@gmail.com, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Well, not see you. Again, I always say that. I will hear you on the next episode. Bye, guys.